The mission of Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America, FCCLA, is to prepare youth for the multiple roles as family members, wage earners, and community leaders. We've been around since 1945, so we were formerly known as Future Homemakers of America, and the purpose and the mission of the organization has grown with the organization. So our focus now is really to help the students find the careers that they're interested in, helping them explore, prepare, and be able to in advance know what they might want to pursue, whether that means going on to college or going right into the workforce. And so we host competitive events and different resources for the students to engage in that. And I have the honor of serving as the executive director of FCCLA. My degree is in home economics, and I taught for a few years and then ended up in the nonprofit world. So it's an honor to get to serve the students and teachers that participate in FCCLA. So early childhood education programs are an essential part of the Family and Consumer Sciences curriculum. And Family Consumer Sciences is the base for FCCLA. So to be able to participate in FCCLA or be engaged in FCCLA, the teacher has to be a Family Consumer Sciences teacher, and the students need to have been enrolled or be currently enrolled in Family and Consumer Sciences courses. So many of our teachers incorporate into their actual schools, and they run daycare enterprises. So the students learn from that point what it's like. Is that something that they really like? They thought they liked children, but maybe not so much as an educator. So they get to work in those centers. It becomes a real essential part of the community in many of those schools. But for the schools that don't include an enterprise program, most of them include early childhood education as an exploratory opportunity. So they'll start in middle school, learning about the process, learning about child development, what's that like, and are they interested in it? Sometimes they'll do what we call peer down mentoring. So they'll go to an elementary school and work with the children and learn particularly how they can implement those programs and engage in those. Then as they go on into high school, that's where they'll really engage in workforce development. And so that's where they can begin to earn all the key pieces that they need for the CDA credential, which is something that a lot of our states and a lot of our schools are really trying to encourage the students to participate in, to fill the workforce need for early childhood educators and get them ready to be part of that career. And it really is an exciting opportunity, I think, for today's youth and today's generation to see that they could have that input into the next generation of children. I think the most exciting part of the early childhood education programs in the career and technical education programs and introducing these to middle school and high school students is really laying that foundation of them being able to make a difference. I think that a lot of times when they think about it, they don't know if that's the field they want to go into, and they get in there and they get hooked. So if we don't introduce that to them, they might not think of it as a career that they would like to explore and prepare for. So I really feel that giving them that exploratory opportunity, letting them get in there, see what it's like, and lighting that inspiration in their heart that it's something they want to do is really the most exciting thing we can do. We all know that we need people to choose this as their career. For all of us that are in the workforce and those who want to introduce our children to early childhood education, which most parents, that's a dream for them to be able to offer that to their children, we need a workforce to fill that role. And so it's really exciting that it's part of career and technical education, and it's seen as a highlight of career and tech ed, which I think is a great statement for where we've seen career and tech education. It used to be really seen as vocational education, and now it's really seen as something that can prepare students for a future fulfilling career.